Congress is debating the first new branch of the U.S. military in 70 years. Some lawmakers want to create a Space Corps with a mission to protect America in outer space. The Pentagon spent $22 billion last year on space defense. A military base inside Colorado's Cheyenne Mountain plays a critical role in that strategy. Bianna Golodryga visited the complex deep inside a cave designed to protect the U.S. and its allies from attacks. Bianna, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, New York, but this is truly the city that never sleeps. It is said that Colorado's Cheyenne Mountain Air Force Station acts like the human brainstem. The survival bunker pulls in information, makes sense of it, and passes it along to the brain, or our country's decision makers. There's also good reason Cheyenne Mountain is known as America's fortress.
It is the nerve center for the blanket of defense for the U.S.
That nerve center is here in Colorado Springs, an impenetrable fortress beneath 2,000 feet of granite. Colonel Robert Moose commands the 721st Mission Support Group at Cheyenne Mountain.
We provide 24/7 global watch on all ballistic missile threats. The sensors that are global are feeding data into Cheyenne Mountain that's then processed and disseminated to the national leaders.
This complex was built at the height of the Cold War in the 1950s and 60s to defend against long-range Soviet bombers.
The race to destroy one another.
Cold War tensions have since thawed. But Russia and China are developing technology that could disable or destroy America's satellites. And North Korea has launched a litany of missile tests.
Is this facility still equipped to handle what we've seen happen throughout the last 40 years?
It is. It's designed to be a survivable, high-altitude electromagnetic pulse certified facility that will survive any threat to North America right now.
The underground bunker is survivable so that the various government agencies inside can surveil the skies and provide security to the U.S. and Canada. If a foreign country attacks the American heartland, two 25-ton doors would seal the mountain and everyone inside the base within 40 seconds.
Since the Cold War, has there ever been a need or a threat or a scare to where both doors have been closed?
September 11th, 2001 is the only time they've ever been closed. There was an aircraft out of San Diego that we'd lost contact with. It was heading towards Colorado, so we closed the blast doors.
This is a small underground windowless city. There is a hospital.
Okay, all right, guys, safety on.
And a fire department. Firefighter Kerry Thompson runs drills, so he and his colleagues are prepared to respond to any medical emergencies.
We went up there and secured him to a backboard and brought him down.
Ready to lower? Ready to go.
And that, we've heard, has actually happened.
Absolutely, yes. It's something that we train on, and it happens.
If there is a seismic event, like an earthquake, more than 1,300 rolled steel springs isolate the buildings.
The buildings will just sway in their chambers and still continue to go on mission.
Despite the gravity-defying efforts,
gravity takes over and refills the reservoir for us.
Some congressional leaders accuse the Pentagon of not doing enough to prioritize space. The House adopted a version of the National Defense Authorization Act this summer, which calls for the creation of a new combat-ready Space Corps by 2019. The Senate's version of the bill prohibits this, pitting the two chambers on a collision course over space.
So the first indication of a launch comes from our satellites.
General Jay Raymond heads up U.S. Space Command and is opposed to creating a separate Space Corps.
How worried are you, and what do you say to those who may argue that we've dropped the ball?
The Air Force has been leaders in space for over 60 years. We have the world's best space capabilities, without a doubt. And today, there's nothing we do as a joint force that isn't enabled by space. Our potential adversaries have had a front row seat and have watched us integrate space capabilities to great advantage. And to be honest, they probably don't like what they see.